Matoke. Let's keep on Matoke.
How you do it? Stop calling people Matoke. You're calling people banana. Hi.
Yo.
What's up to the good folks on the interwebs?
Wow.
Listening to this.
Wow.
We are on the couch.
Wow.
With the newborns.
Cheers, Akel.
Did I sound like expensive?
Nah, you sounded like a chick who wants to be a presenter on live.
Okay. Thanks for the encouragement, Black.
Is live still on TV?
I don't know, bro. I actually had that exact thought right now. I'm like, is this still live?
You sounded like the people who go on the auditions for Top Billing.
Okay. No, but they would say it like this. Welcome to On the Couch with the Newborns.
Yes. And then that's why they wouldn't make it.
Anyway, welcome. Black, how you doing?
Good on you, gal.
I'm alright.
How are you?
I'm happy.
What makes you happy in life?
What makes me happy in life is the ability to do my own hair.
Well done. You've been doing your own hair.
Listen, these braids are so old. Well, not so
They're
old.
not old.
They're old-ish. But I refreshed them.
They're not 3 months.
They're not.
Exactly. So they're not old.
Like, you know when I was in school, me and my sister would keep our hair for the whole term. I remember, a term is like 4 months, 3 months? I can't remember. One hairstyle. I remember our cornrows were so old that the girl we caught the bus with, when I was like, I need to remove my cornrows. She's like, oh, are those cornrows?
Wow.
She's like, I thought you put something.
Wow.
Like, it was bad.
Lillian.
It was bad. Anyway, it's all good. Welcome to the couch.
It's the life, dog. Anyway, there's so much I want to say in response to that. But
what do you want to say?
It's okay.
It was bad, bro.
It's okay.
My mom was economical.
I wanted to say, like, grace to your mom, right?
But also, we were old enough to know better. Like, we could have, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to be honest, but it's going to get me into trouble.
In trouble with who?
With... It's okay.
Okay.
Not with your mom. Not with your mom, not with your sister.
With me.
No, not even with you.
With the black woman community.
Not
there.
even with the black.
Oh, then with who?
With a specific community where I'm like, that was a trait for that community.
Because I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds dangerous.
I'm saying girls who did not look after their hair growing up. It was a specific...
Huh? It's fine. Let's leave it there. Let's leave it there.
Because I'm like, remember we had a conversation about a specific girl who didn't wash her hair, and she belongs to
no. Let's leave it.
That community.
We are all God's children.
we are.
Okay. Peace in our land.
Wash hair, don't wash hair.
Rainbow
Cologna
Nation.
on no cologna.
Come as you are.
We in.
Anyway, so before we get into our topic
What up, my dog?
of the day, before we get into our topic of the day,
why are you channeling your inner Iyanla?
I'm trying to find, like, Iyanla's my girl.
I know Iyanla's like your...
You shed a boom.
Come on now. I am just gonna go to the bushes and think.
What did your mother teach you about being a woman? Guys, if you don't watch Iyanla, like, there are some free dodgy episodes on YouTube. Like, the camera work might be weird because people upload illegal content and they have to make it look like fine.
I'm not involved in watching
go watch
content.
Iyanla so you can...
Iyanla, anyway, it's okay. Shout out to Iyanla, dog.
I love Iyanla.
What's up?
Speaking of love, I have a song of the day.
Come on, dog.
Okay, I'm gonna sing it now.
Don't sing it. Don't sing it like, in your real voice.
No, I won't.
Okay, because
you
sing when?
I only sing in my real voice when I'm performing, at home. But when I'm like, I want to sing, I'm not gonna no.
Sure, please.
So that's why I'm like, can I actually sing? Because I feel like if you can sing, no matter, even when you're not trying to sound good, you'll sound good. I'm being silly.
Anyway, I've seen a dude who. Anyway,
it's fine. Song of the day.
Yeah.
Said I loved you, but I lied.
Chesa.
No, you must echo. Come. Said I. Wait, let me start again. Okay, let's go. Said I loved you, but I lied. Said I loved you, but I lied. Yes, because this
I'm
is
off key.
You are totally off
Totally
key,
off
but it's
key. Let's
fine.
go.
It's a safe
Let's
space.
go.
Because this is more than love I feel inside. I don't know. Said
There's no
I
echo
loved
there.
you, but I was wrong. Said I loved you, but I was wrong. No, this is they go. Said I loved you, but I was wrong.
I know
It's
I'm
like
off key, but we're here now.
So growing up, they're like
All of us.
I thought that Michael Bolton, who is the singer of that song, I don't know when it was released. It must have been like 93 or somewhere. I
think
thought,
it was earlier.
yeah, I don't know.
The 80s.
But I just know it was 80s.
I think late 80s. I
Like
think.
it was maybe 92, bruh.
I think we can check.
Okay, it's fine. It really doesn't matter.
Doesn't
But
matter.
I thought he was saying, I said I loved you, but I lied about loving you. Like as in I don't love you.
All of us thought that. You are watching this and you thinking, isn't that what he said?
No.
That's
No.
not what the song says.
Because the next line says, because this is more than love I feel inside. Now, did we say those two lines? I did, but I didn't
But
connect
you
the two
connect.
thoughts. I didn't connect it.
I thought Michael Bolton was a cheater.
And I thought he was scum.
I thought, how could you lie to this girl? You said you love her.
Yes.
But dog, now you coming and still saying, "Yo, but I lied, bro."
Like I lied. Like I said I loved you, but that's cold, bruh.
You thought that. Don't you thought that. Don't lie. But it's actually saying
Like it's more than love.
It's
Like,
more than-
I can't even like love is not enough.
it's not enough.
Literally, I think it was like a few years ago. I was, have those throwback moments where on YouTube, and then I went and I was like, "This is what the song is saying."
I was singing it. And I was like, Sarah, I'm thinking, this guy's a cheater, whatever. And then I'm like, oh, smack, he's not a cheater.
Yes.
He actually
Said I loved
loves
you,
this
but I
girl.
was wrong.
Oh, dang.
Because love could never ever feel so strong. Yeah.
I'm like, when you feel like your childhood was a lie.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm like, but it's not my fault. It's my English teacher's
Said I had a
fault.
childhood, but I lied.
That's why, Bafetu, that's why we can't get kids to be learning about Shakespeare here. Right?
Why?
Imagine if our teachers used Michael Bolton in poetry class for English. That was relevant. It was in our time. Our parents knew the song. We knew it. It was cultural, right? And they would have taught us, Islungu, hyperbole.
Is it hyperbole?
Is it? No, I'm trying. No, I know it's a hyperbole. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
you were testing me.
No. I was
Oh,
trying
you
to
were being
see if
silly.
that is
Okay, gotcha.
the figure of speech
Okay.
that's in the song.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
No, yeah, Turkeys, we call it hyperbole. Anyway, but I'm like, that would have been better than. So I'm a sonnet.
What is a sonnet?
Let's see.
I think at some point I knew what it was.
Let's see.
I don't know what it is now.
Let's see again.
It's like,
Anyway.
yeah, anyway. So with that in mind,
Yeah.
what I'm bringing to the couch today.
Come on, dog.
What I'm taking to the couch.
Come on.
It's a safe space. We're holding space. I'm holding.
Like, how much strength do you have to hold space, bro?
How come you have the ability to hold the space?
Like, what power do you have?
Does the space need to be held?
Mm-hmm.
Like we're being silly. It's fine.
No, but I'm just trying to think.
Anyway.
Like, how does space feel that it's being held?
Why? How come you can hold my space?
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing we do with Process. Like, Process is stressing wherever she is.
Process.
Because I'm sure we're always trusting her.
Oh, trusting them. Oh no.
Process
That's
is
a process. Yes, like
stressed. Process is thinking to herself, Wafetu, we're going to get to the end of this and some of you are not going to make it. And you're going to turn around and say,
And look at- yes.
we trusted you, Process. So, manje,
And process is like, I didn't even put this together.
I was not even
I
there.
didn't put this equation.
Me, I was at News Cafe
Yo,
drinking.
dog, shame.
You guys
That's
called
deep.
me
That's
out.
Deep, bruh.
And now we have to be holding space. And space is like, that's violating.
I don't want to be touched.
Who said? What
that
if
is-
space hates being touched?
Yes.
And now we're holding her.
Holding her.
No, bro. That's wrong.
So speaking of,
Please, let's not hold space.
not hold
Leave space out of this.
but I want to bring to the couch a discussion
Come on, dog.
on seriously, on how we love each other. And what I mean by that is,
I know, my God.
right, like love languages.
Yes.
What does feeling loved by me, or if you're watching this, your spouse or partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, look like for you? And or how would you want it to be? Is it how you want it to be? Because like, you know, you can get situations where people are like, you don't love me. Or like, let's think like when you're a kid, right? Like, and you're like
Zaya.
I don't. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Like Zaya.
Zaya had a meltdown and she was like, nobody
loves me. I'm like, my dog, you don't even know what love is. Like, you don't.
But you know, here's the thing. I went straight into that parent thing. I was like, don't I buy you clothes?
Yeah, no hundreds.
Don't I play with you? Don't I feed you?
Bro.
When you're sick, don't I look after you? Going through, and then as a kid, she's just like, bro. And then I felt bad. 'Cause I'm like, what she was saying in that moment, I think, she was also in trouble.
Yes.
I think actually she just wanted to divert the attention.
No, hundreds.
Like, but
1,000.
I'm like, as kids, you did that. And then your parents would be like, excuse me. But in that moment, you're like, that's not what I mean by love. Because that's like duty, right?
No, hundreds. Yes.
You know?
Yes. Which is another conversation for another day about how parents, you know, would say stuff like that.
Yeah.
And when I look back now as a parent and an adult, I'm like, yeah, sure, you know, I can say, no, you can't quantify love. But fana, parents struggle through life, dog. And them having to say, look at all the stuff I'm doing. I'm like, me, shout outs to you, bro. Because this thing is hard.
It's very hard, bro.
This thing is hella hard.
And we in. There's no unsubscribe here. If you unsubscribe,
There isn't.
You suck to the world if you unsubscribe.
Not even to the world, to your child. You suck
to your child. So I'm gonna ask you that question. Like, what does me loving you?
Yo, girl.
What does it look like?
Yo, you're making me feel things.
Yes.
Come on now.
I'm just curious.
What does what?
Yeah, like when. Oh, let's start with, when do you most feel the loved by me? Yo, the loved.
Yeah. Hey, you need a sonnet. Your English needs to be polished by a sonnet right now.
Wow. And like, I was trying to have a
deep moment.
Yes, but when do you feel loved by me?
When do I feel loved by you?
When are you like, yeah, this is it, dog?
When you touch me.
Okay.
When you touch me, girl. And it's not sexual. I mean, when it's sexual, hey, come on now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay. If I, maybe let's say, if love is, you know, like a key ingredient to like propel somebody to, you know, live their potential.
Okay.
Out, right? I think love is supposed to do that.
Yes.
I think people who are loved, you know, so if you think of kids who come from a family where there's love, I'm not saying perfectly or they've been given things, but they can feel.
And there's like security.
Yeah, there's love,
Safety.
the security, you being affirmed, you know, you being called out when you're doing rubbish things, because that's what love is as well. I think, yeah, those kids tend to thrive in life. You know, some of us have to compensate for a lot of other things, but those kids tend to thrive. So let me think of love as something that propels you to like thrive in life.
Okay.
Now, to answer your question, I feel the most loved by you, and I said this in an episode, and I've said this to you before, when you believe in me.
Oh, so we were at touch. And now
I'll get back to touch.
Okay, cool. All right.
Touch is like everyday love.
Okay.
But when you believe in me, see, I feel crazy loved. I feel like I can conquer the world, right? Again, I'm not oblivious to my limitations. I'm like, there's certain things that are going to destroy me here. But when you believe that I can do something.
Okay.
Oh, girl.
Is that me like affirming you?
It's not even, and maybe I'd have to unpack that. It's not necessarily affirming me, but maybe it's probably the same thing. But the possibility, again, or potential of what I can become.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
know?
me reminding you of that, or encouraging you in that, or building you up. Like, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, so I don't think you sit there with like, a vision board and you're like, hey, if you do this, then you become that. Right? But it's like, yo man, I wanna start a podcast, whatever. If you like, yo man, you can do it. I think you can do it. You're not sitting there saying, I think you're gonna be the best podcaster in the world.
Yes.
But it's just, dope. Yeah, no, I think you can do it. Here are my reasons why I think you can do it. Dope. In that moment, I'm like, shoosh. Because I work from having my family as my base. I work from having my confidence, rooted in, one, the Jesus, but secondly, the people that I call fam. And that's you and Zaya. So... yeah, so when you believe in me, I feel like, dog. Like, no one can tell me nothing, dog. Like, somebody could come and like, oh, you're a loser. I'm like, yeah, dog. Like, go die. Right? Like,
Yo, okay.
okay, son. Lily million things. Viciousness.
And it's me expressing that to you.
Yeah, and in your way.
Okay.
Your way, because you're cool, dog.
Thanks.
Your way is not like, oh, come, let's sit down. Let me tell you why you would kill this thing, right? Or, I believe in you. You're a man of God. Come on. Shadaboska. Merebose.
Head and not the tail.
Karaba. But it's just you, like, we're on the couch, dog.
Yeah.
And you're like, dog, yeah, man, I think you can do this, dog. I think you'll kill this. I'm like, oh, smack. Like, literally, there's coals in me that are ignited, dog. Right? Like, things that fire up. Yeah, when you tell me I could do stuff. Or when you tell me you tell me something about me that I might not even see. You know? So I might not even be thinking about, I don't know. Like the other day, sheesh. Yeah, the other day, I was holding tears there.
Why do you always hold the tears when it comes to me?
Not always. I've cried in front of you.
Like, you have.
So?
But it's like I can probably count them. But you always say,
yeah, but I'm not a
I was
crier.
hiding my tears. I was hiding my... And I'm like, why are you hiding
I wasn't
them?
hiding the tears. But even
like
then...
You've more times said, I was hiding my tears. Or I was...
I probably said that like a few times.
No, you've said that more than I've seen you actually
and maybe
tear
I'm
up.
not trying to cry at that point. It's just...
But why?
I'm saying I don't... It's probably... I'm saying it's maybe more of an expression.
Gotcha.
Like I don't
Oh, you're not
have
literally...
actual tears.
Oh, okay. Excuse me for believing your words.
So anyway, but the other day when you were saying... it's been funny enough, we're talking about this, that you feel loved by me. And I'm having a crappy week. I don't even, I'm like, I suck as a husband, bro. I feel like I've tried to be a dad and, and I'm like, Lord, thank you that my daughter's only 4 and she doesn't see all my suckiness, right? But I feel terrible, right? I haven't done dishes, so I haven't loved on you well. And I'm just everywhere. And I was washing dishes that day because I was like, yo, man, you need to not be a punk and love your wife properly, right? And then you came, we were talking, and then you were like, yeah, dog, I feel very loved. I was like... And so in that moment, I'm like, you're not telling me I can go do something, but you're telling me... about what I am to you now.
Yes.
So I'm a lover. And I'm loving you now. And I was like, yo. So in those moments, I'm like, dang, yeah, sure. And it probably goes back to, I'm trying to make this general for everybody, but it probably goes back to how wives can easily destroy men with their words.
Yeah, women and words, bruh.
Yeah, but I'm saying, and specifically in the context of marriage.
Okay,
right?
yes, I get what you're saying. I was just saying, like, by default,
yeah,
women can be like cutting, right?
And
that's why when when breakdowns happen in friendships with women, it's harder to come together than with men. Now take it into, you up it a notch where it's marriage and this person's every little. No.
I'm like, you have keys to destroy me.
Yeah, 100%. I have the codes.
Or the inverse, you have keys to build me up. Right? And I think it's in the moments where you use your words to build me up where I'm like, oh, smack, I see then what this thing is that God says, right? That you can kill me with your words. You'd want to overpower me with your words. Or you can build me up. So I'm like, dog.
So that's like interesting that you went to the word and building up as a form of feeling love, because I think for me, it took me a long time to realize that was important.
For me?
Yeah. And that was something that I needed to do. What I'm trying to say is...
And here's the thing, you did it as my friend.
Yeah. And I was going to go there.
Okay.
So like as your friend, it was like, no, it's cool. As your friend, when we were still homies, it was like, yeah, okay, Black, you're having a bad day. Like, bro, no, you're good. Like, come on, whatever it is, you know what I mean? We can recount many stories when we've had to build each other up, and I've had like talk you up moments. And in that moment, it was just like, yeah, I'm being there for my friend. He needs encouragement, and I happen to be here for whatever reason. So I'm gonna be there. But within the marriage space, I hadn't realized. So it took me a while to realize that my words, like even though I just said what I said about women, your words can be cutting, but it took me a while to realize that my words are cutting, especially because I'm your wife, right? Like especially because, so.
Bro, any woman could say stuff to me that I'm not married to, obviously. I'd be like, okay, sharp girl. And then, but for you, which I saw that power my mother had before I got married. She still kind of, but no, obviously your voice matters more. She had that though, If my mother would say, yo, I think you're a dog, I'd be like, But if she was like, yo, man, you're a hero, I'd feel like a hero.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
But now, in an equal sense, I hadn't realized how influential my words were. When I'm doing the good, when I'm like, building up whatever. But it took me a while to realize that was part of how I needed to love you.
Yeah.
Like I think I only picked that up.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I didn't, what I'm trying to say is like you're doing the thing, right? Like you're doing the thing, but not realizing that this thing that I'm thinking, yeah, I did it, whatever. Like, and it's not, saying it's whatever sounds like I don't care. I do care, but I didn't realize how important it was to you. And so in me being intentional, it was a thing of, I need to be intentional about being aware of the spaces you're in and reading, because you're also not someone who complains, like compared to like me, like you won't like complain. It's like by the time you complain, it means we are at the finish line. So it's a thing of being aware before we get there, so that I can lean into that influence that I have on you to love you intentionally in that way. But it was just not something that I realized that I could do, or that I needed to do, or that you needed, because you also never fully verbalized it either. You know what I mean? Like with the touch, right? Like I know, like we've done the love languages thing, right? And like,
which I still need to get to, because I think that's part of how I feel loved by you.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, maybe you can pick it up then. Go ahead.
No. Finish your thoughts.
I forgot. I'm sorry. No,
but I want
to.
Okay.
No, I got it. Sorry. When we did the love languages test thing, we read the book. We did the whole. I read the book.
You read the book,
and then I was like, "Come, let's do the test."
Yeah.
And it was then that I was like, "Oh, like your top love language is touch. My bottom love language is touch."
So I just now in this conversation made words of affirmation my top.
But it is though. You forgot.
Words of affirmation.
Yeah, for you we did this before Zaya was born.
So it was words and touch.
No, it was touch and then words.
But now I'm saying I feel like in this conversation I made words number one.
Yeah, you did, because that's kind of where you've sort of like zoomed in on, which is why I was saying that it's interesting that the building up, in the way that you've expressed, I don't know if it matches because I thought words of affirmation is like, hey, you look
I think you're
nice. You is kind, you is smart, and you is important. like is that must I just compliment this man all day?
Every day, all day. Always gonna crumble.
But
He's gonna melt in and of himself.
but yeah, so but yeah, sorry, my point that I was trying to make is I was very aware of the touch thing. And you said, right, you like, hey, I want to be touching. I'm like, ish, kinda. Okay, right? And you like, we're driving and you like, the hand is here. And I'm like, what is happening? But you never verbalized the desire. I guess I don't even know how you would, the desire to want to be encouraged in those ways. But
I
it
have.
has come, but not, you've done it when it has happened in the moment. And I think I only picked it up.
I did it outside of the moment, I think, which was probably a double-edged sword. I was trying to encourage you and remind you of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, tell you that that's what your words do to me. When I was like, I think if you tell me how to jump, I'll jump. I won't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I do remember that conversation.
Yeah.
Yes. But I think even then it didn't sort of land.
And click, yeah.
Because also I think with the loving, like how a lot of the times you'll love the person how you want to be loved.
Yeah,
Right?
that's true.
Right?
That's true.
So
That's true.
it's not to say I don't want to be encouraged,
Mm-hmm.
but you're encouraging me because that's how you would want to be. So even though you're saying, yeah, this is how, when you say this stuff to me, it's going over my head. Like, it's only later on, I'm like, oh snap.
Yeah.
This is what this person actually needs.
Yeah.
And with with the craziness of life and, stuff we faced and whatever,
Yeah.
like it's a need that comes up a lot.
Sure.
So it's kind of being aware. And also I had to then be aware where I'm trying to change my mindset, but I've generally been a pessimist sort of in life. And I'm very actively trying to change that now, where I would say the joke between us was, my thing was, what if it fails? And your thing with approaching something was, what if it works? Right. And now I'm trying to adopt that mindset. But in being a pessimist, maybe you come to me with a new idea or something you want to do. And I've already determined 10 million things of why this is going to fail. And sometimes I would just spew them out, not realizing that, I think this was early days, how devastating that would be. And then now my act of loving you is to go, I'm not going to lie, right? I'm not going to be dishonest and let you go into a mission that's doomed to fail, right? I'm not going to do that. But I'm also going to make sure that I hear you and not speak from sort of my own position, but what it is that you need, even if it means coming against what comes to me naturally, which is at that moment to be negative, whatever. But my point is that I had to become aware of that. That I'm like, Flip, my words, they carry way more weight with Black than other people. So if I'm just yo, you're this, you're that, yeah, you're gonna go out and do your thing, but it's gonna be harder to fight that doubt when it's the person that's close to you. And so I'm it was just something that, I had to realize that, Flip, be intentional, because this is actually part of how this person will interpret how you view them and how they view themselves.
And for me, it's not doubt, eh?
Okay.
I mean, you would know this about me. If I think I'm going to punch a door, that's my goal, to punch a door, I'm going to punch the door. I don't doubt that I'll punch the door. I don't, right? Your words make me punch the door harder.
Okay.
So
that's deep.
So if you say, I don't think you're going to punch the door, I'm I'm still going to punch this thing, right? But it's probably not going to be as hard as had you said you can.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right? But here's the thing. Now, when you're speaking, I'm that's part of, and I didn't articulate this to myself or even you, but that's part of why I wanted to marry you. Because as a friend, you were yo man, I think we can.
I've been Team Black.
Yeah, you've been.
I am.
Day one. Day one, right? And that's part of why I wanted to marry you. Because I remember thinking, and I'm saying I didn't articulate it the way I'm going to articulate it now, but I remember thinking to myself, we're going to go far. We're going to go far. Right? This chick is in my corner, and I see how she believes in me, supports me, etc., etc., and I'm like, dog, we're gonna do this thing, right? But I think the shock of marriage is another reason that made you feel like, because now earlier on you said, and I'm paraphrasing, like being a pessimist, that probably colored a lot of your language. And I'm like, yeah, we've always known that you're that, but as a friend.
Wait, I didn't know that I was that much of a pessimist until we got married.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
I was like,
so as a friend, it was there.
Yeah.
But again, I don't think you didn't have the shock of marriage, because marriage is a punch in the face, right? So I think, and not a punch in the face like it's a bad thing. No, your life is changing.
It's a shock to the system.
Your life is changing.
Now you experience yourself in relation to someone else constantly, which is shocking.
That shocked you
a
lot.
Yeah.
Which I think then threw you off your position to be somebody who, uses their words to encourage support. And you kind of retracted, and then you were trying to figure out this new thing. What role am I supposed to play? How am I supposed to be in relation? I'm supposed to be submissive here, but if I say, you can go do this, is this not submitting? I don't know, So,
plus, I'm an overthinker, so
you want to think. If there's 5 thoughts, there's all these pauses in between, because you're asking why, yeah. Right? So I'm like, I think that shock contributed to you then getting off your position and your stance of being an encourager and a supporter, and you're trying to figure yourself out. And now 9 years later, it seems like, okay, you fighting back against this narrative of you being a pessimist or even having negative thoughts is kind of repositioning you and realigning you to be confidently the supporter that I think you've always been, right? And the encourager that I think you've always been. So, yeah. Anyway, so I feel loved when you support me, encourage me, use your words to build me up, and then obviously being touched.
Yeah, because I mean, the support, that's like big. That's like in a very grand.
That's going to carry us.
Yeah, that's like.
Although I do think your touch is going to carry us as well. Yes. Yay! The Jesus bless. Yay, this is a gift from heaven.
So that's a hard one. Because where the person you love wants to be shown love in a way that is like super awkward for you. Like that's like.
That's fine.
Like I was like, yeah, like he like touches his thing.
I'm not gonna touch your bum in public.
No, it's not that. It's not that. No.
Okay.
It's just no. And I think for everyone, like the touch we're talking about is just like, or
you make it sound like I'm tired.
No, I just mean like, or even like, we're walking and now we hold. I remember when we were dating and we'd hold hands. I'm like, this is a lot. We are holding hands. But so it's just that's your.
I have something to explain about holding hands, but anyway, finish.
But I'm just like, it's hard, and now it's hands are sweaty.
I hold hands in public because I'm being protective. It's the same thing I do with Zaya.
Yeah, I know that.
So I'm like, if your hand is in my hand and we're walking in the mall, there's a lot of people. So I need to, and it's the thing I always say with you, like if you walk on my left side, I feel like that's my weakest side. But if you walk on my right side, I can protect you on my right side. Right? And I want to have your hand. Why are you laughing?
Because so like you do that a lot. Like we'll be walking and in my head I'm like, oh, okay, what's gonna happen? So in my mind I'm like, you are preparing for an attack.
I'm a man.
So like I get annoyed when you're like, welcome. I'm like, now I must rotate and like I'm just like, it's not that
I
deep.
rotate around. It's fine.
But I'm just like, so you genuinely are like, bruh, if anything happens while we are standing outside, Pep.
Whitney Houston bodyguard. Yim loyo. What's that guy's name? Who played the bodyguard?
Kevin Costner? I don't know.
Yimu Kevin. Who you Kevin, dog? Yimu Kevin.
Yeah, okay.
Go and play games, right? Bro, it's the same thing where I'm like, so I think one, as a man, I want to protect you, right? Regardless, I don't know what's going to happen. It's a mall. People are crazy, right? Things could happen. But at every point, I need to be aware of my surroundings and the people I'm with. Especially if I'm with you and Zaya. If I'm walking with a bunch of dudes, I look after yourself.
I'm just saying it because in my mind, I'm never thinking, unless we like in like Marabastad or something, like a place that's like busy or like North or town.
That's
where I'm
fine.
Like, but most of the time, I'm just like, yeah, like,
that's fine. You're married, girl. It's okay. Let somebody think about all the stuff. It's okay.
Ish.
Relax.
That's a chat. That's a whole chat.
Relax. Right. So that's why I wanna hold hands in public, because I need to be aware of you as we walk. Because I'm like, if you're just walking, Jay, I'm like, they're too. Yeah. I don't wanna. Yeah. I don't want you to be in danger.
Don't provoke me to anger, or else you'll be in danger. Please don't copyright us to the person who wrote that song.
So I don't want to be provoked to anger at the mall while you are in danger.
Okay.
Right? So I need to, and that's why I want to hold your hand.
Okay, fine. So that's the practical reason.
Yeah, at the mall I'm like, that's why I said I'm not gonna walk.
Yes.
Dudes who touch their wives' bums at the mall. I'm like,
that's weird.
You're just making life awkward for all of us. What are you doing? Like, go home and touch your bum.
Maybe that's how they love each other.
I don't
know, dude. It's like the people who make out like on the escalator.
No,
what is
man.
Stop
Grow
that.
up, please. Disgusting.
Stop that.
But so mall, I'm like, it's fine. When we're sitting down, and anyway, I don't know. I don't touch you when we're sitting down at a restaurant. I'll probably touch your hand, but if you're close to me, I'll touch your thigh.
Yeah, or like I remember if we're driving and you'll put your hand over from the back seat. I remember like you once holding my whole leg and
you were sitting at the back.
Yes, and like also I'm ticklish, so it was like make it stop. But it's just that thing of I just thought this is a thing you like to do. Like touching is a thing you like to do, not like. It's like love. Like you feel.
I mean, I don't go around touching people.
No, I know. I know.
Touching.
No, that's true. Actually, you're right, because there are people who are touchy and I cannot stand them. But yes, that is true. You're not like a touchy person, individual. But I think it was probably only like last year, when I was like, wait, like this is actually like this is you, when you was like, no, I just want you to just touch me. So you actually feel loved by it. Like it's deeper than just this is fun. You know what I mean?
It's not fun.
So I think that was the shocking part for me.
Refreshing. But the best is when we're sleeping.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah.
In the name.
And then it's hard.
Of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. All I want to do is just enjoy. Wow.
So now here's the thing. When me loving you
is letting yourself be touched by me. Yeah.
When I'm like, it's so hard. It's so hard.
Good.
I'm uncomfortable.
And I'm passed out.
And I'm like, just wait for him to fall asleep. And it's just, woo.
And then I wake up. I'm like, hey, it's cold here. What? Yeah. Where's this girl?
So that's me loving you, bro. Like,
yeah.
And
I
think I was like, okay, this is actually. So I think what I'm trying to say is I didn't realize it was so important.
I get it.
I thought it was like a negligible, like, oh yeah, this is so nice. But like, it's actually like, it makes you feel secure or whatever it is. What does it make you feel actually?
Girl, remember we had this chat not long ago, and we were talking about how different senses transport you to places.
Yes, yeah.
You know, so what works best for you?
Yes.
If you see a picture of an old place or an old person, do you feel like, wow, I'm reliving that memory, as opposed to when you smell it, or as opposed to when you hear sounds that are familiar that remind you of a place? And I think we landed on I also put taste in there, but we landed on smells. Smells make like transport us, to a place. But then touching you while we're sleeping has the same sensation. It feels like I'm transported to a safe place. I'm transported to wholeness. Hey, Jay.
This is so deep.
But I told you that your skin.
Okay.
Your skin.
That's literally my favorite song.
I know. You see?
Makes me think of Zaya though.
Prophecy. Yeah, because you sang it to her when she was in your belly.
Yes.
But I don't know, bro. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about your skin, dog. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Right? But when I hold you, I'm like, fine, life is okay.
And I'm sitting there like,
Literally,
when will it end?
There could be there could be bombs around us. I'm like,
my back hurts.
Yeah,
I need to turn.
I thank God that I just passed out because I would have been thinking about this thing the whole time. But I think that's part one. I just pass out. Like I would command my body, let's sleep. Body would sleep. But I think it's when I feel comfort, safety, wholeness, home. When I'm touching you, then I'm like, okay, here we can toss, we can sleep now.
Okay,
So,
I'll keep doing. 9 years in, and it's still awkward, but
yes,
I'm committed to the cause.
Hey, dog,
I want you to.
I want to live till I'm 80. So how many years is that?
It's a long time. What were we watching when the old people?
Yeah, they were 95.
And what did they ask?
They were asked if they still have sex,
And the guy's
and they're like, "No, we just touch hands.
We just shake hands.
We just shake hands." And I was like, Dad, no, I want to shake hands with you, dog.
Shake hands.
Let's do it.
Yo,
So yeah, for you,
for me, what?
how do you feel loved? When do you feel loved?
Sure. So I asked the question, but I didn't have an answer.
Hey, but we're here now.
We're here now. I think it's a lot of things, right? Like, I do have my answer. Sorry, my brain just went whoops, like
Were
the
you
mic.
thinking of Mzansi Mom? You also feel loved when I send you an e-wallet. E-wallet.
Okay, I mean that's like the times you've done that. I was like, oh, that's cool. But also remember, like, I'm coming from Miss Independent.
Yeah.
Grew up like you sort yourself out. So even the walking in the mall or in the street, and you're like, I'm like, why do you need to hold? Like, I'm fine. I've been doing this. Like, and so like, oh, now we must swap sides, and he's coming around.
How many dogs howl at you when I'm walking?
What? What are you
by
talking
your
about?
left side? When you're alone at the mall, puppies, dark skinned lady. Hey, hello.
I remember going down an escalator. I was going down, or whatever. Either I was going down and the person was going. No, I wasn't an escalator. I was walking, and there's some like creepy men who just walk past you and whisper stuff in your ear, like as you. And I don't know what it is with the.
What relationship do those guys have with their mothers, though? What makes
I'm
you
just wondering
think
what is the plan? He just walked past and was like, "Hey, the duck."
Hey, the duck.
But it was, hey, the duck. And then I look back and he was like, and I'm like, what is supposed to happen here? Like, and it's always a comment on my skin tone. I'm like, what? Should I run after you? Like, what? Anyway, but I digress.
No one says the duck when I'm walking on your left side.
Which is your right. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, well.
See?
Okay.
Exactly.
Anyway, so.
Shayi enjoy me. Bulalindot.
Will you? Okay. So.
What do you mean, will I?
No, I was just teasing.
Don't play games.
I don't, like, there's been a couple of times when you wanted to throw hands with people, and I was just like, I do not want this to happen. Like, can we leave? I'm not one of those women who's like, yeah, I want my man to.
But what was that guy thinking? You can't come and
No, but I just
touch my pockets.
I'm scared that like someone's gonna stab you. It's not like people are crazy. You're not crazy. People are crazy.
If there's gonna be a person who gets stabbed, it's that dude.
But you don't even own a pocket knife, Black.
It's his pocket knife that's gonna stab him.
Holla! Okay. That's
What
it.
was he doing touching my pockets?
Okay, cool.
Don't
Anyway,
play with me.
let me answer your ask.
Yes.
So for me, it's definitely I think it was only after we did the whole love languages thing.
Yeah.
It's the quality time. It's being prioritized. That's when I feel loved. Like when you are willing to. Sorry, willing sounds like it's by force. But like when it's like no.
It's a choice, though.
Yeah, I will forsake all others. I'm not
that's a
hanging out
choice.
with David. I'm not going, like, I'm hanging out with Lily. And it's not like hanging out like, yo, we're going somewhere. It can literally just be, watching memes on TikTok or YouTube Shorts and just sitting there and laughing and just hanging out. I remember early in our marriage, like first year, yeah. Because you are the people person. Like you are, like... your answer to any invitation is automatically yes.
Yes.
I'm like, it's yes, but it could be no, like 5 minutes before the event. Like, I'm just like, I don't want to do this
The
anymore.
day before. I'm
Like,
not coming.
You know, I'm the person who, when they go, friend, can you please cancel? I'm like, thank God.
You were like, I was not thinking
I
about
did,
that,
like,
but I won't say.
I woke up that morning and I was like, God, if you love me, this person will cancel. Like, this person will cancel. But anyway, and I remember, obviously, like, we obviously never lived together before we got married, and I've never lived with a person other than my family.
Yeah.
So navigating time and space and all of that stuff, you're figuring it out.
Yeah.
And just feeling at the time like so at the bottom of your list, right? Because if you had whatever, like if people invited you out and you know you were going out and I'd get so hurt, but like it took me a while to figure out what was actually hurting me, right? Which is the feeling of like, yo, I feel like I'm the afterthought. Like, okay, after I've hung out with all these 20 people, if I have an hour left in my day, it's gonna be you. And I took a long time to verbalize that. And because, again, my pessimistic self, which thought that we wouldn't survive dating, let alone survive getting married, I'm like, you see, he doesn't like me. He doesn't want to hang out with me. And then only when I told you, but it was like, oh, like you didn't even realize that that's what you were doing because you were just doing
I know why.
you. Why what?
That was happening. And I think this is probably word advice to like newlyweds. Anyway.
Why? Tell me.
Because before we got married, we hanging out in public spaces with everybody.
Yes.
So in my head, that's how we hang out. So now we get married. I'm like, why doesn't she want to go to the bride? Because we've been going to brides. But
no,
that
but when we
was...
got married, this was like people like you, like guys inviting you
I know,
out,
I know.
not the both of us.
No. Yes, but there were times where I'd be like, but we like let's just go. Like we remember when it was after church, we'd go to David's place. We'd hang out. There was a bunch of dudes.
Yes.
We hung out.
Yes.
So then I'm like, oh no, this chick doesn't want to go. We hung out at David's place like a month ago before we got married.
Okay.
Then why, But in my head, I'm not computing that. No, we hung out here together because
we didn't have
a home to hang out together in.
Yes, got you.
So we were hanging out together in the company of other people. But now we can. We have a space to hang out alone. I didn't think about it. And that's why I'm realizing that, oh, shucks. So by the time you were like, I don't think you want to hang out with me. I'm like, no. I didn't leave my house thinking, I'm not going to hang out with my wife because I think David is better or I think whoever is better. I was just like, we're hanging out. We've been hanging out.
But that's the wild thing.
Yes,
because
yes.
when that's when that's your way of,
Being
if
loved.
somebody, the ultimate expression of affection is being chosen, is being prioritized,
Yes.
right? That when the
Yes.
ultimate, and for you in your head, and then when it's not that, for me, and again, it's that thing of saying how I love you is how I want to be loved.
Yes,
So in
yes.
my mind, I'm assuming that you want to do the same thing, right? Like you want to be loved by being first on the list, whatever, right? And then so when you weren't doing that, I'm thinking, then this must mean he doesn't love me.
Yes.
And yet for you, it's like, no, that's just not how I
Yes.
express. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
that
sure.
it's okay for those things to be different.
Sure.
Because even like to this day, if I wanna go out to hang out or whatever, when I say like I ask for permission, it's not you like I'll never think you'll say no, right? It's the reason I ask you is number one, obviously we have a child, we need to coordinate that somebody who like right?
Yeah.
But also it's I ask you because I'm thinking maybe you wanted to do something or maybe you wanna, you know what I mean? But you'll be like, no, it's cool.
Yeah,
because that's like you're at ease. Like that's like, no,
Yeah.
girl, go do your thing if you want to hang out every single day or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Versus for you in relation to me, I'll find out you're going to do something as you're like, oh, I need to leave in 5 minutes, right?
Not all the time.
Well, I mean, it happens a lot.
Wow.
Okay, let's just. But here's the thing, no. But the powerful thing is that obviously you're way better now than you were back then, because obviously you've grown, you've matured, like, and it's the same thing. Like I'm understanding what you need, you're understanding what I need.
Yeah.
But it's the thing of me not taking it as a reflection of that this person doesn't love me.
I hate you.
Right? Because the ironic thing is, and I think you said it on an episode of 2.5 Husbands,
Yeah.
which check out 2.5 Husbands, everybody. But there was an episode where you had mentioned that when in as much as I'm not a touch person, because I know that that's how you love me, or that's you expressing affection, or whatever it is, or one of the ways rather, when it's not happening, even though I'm not like missing the touch, I'm like, something is wrong. Because that's my side that something is wrong. So you not telling me that you have a thing for the next 3 days or whatever it is, and me getting frustrated that like it's no longer, oh, he doesn't love me because he doesn't want to hang out with me, because that's my way of how I express love.
And
but you
that's
not
a
touching me, I'm like, yay.
That's a challenge for me.
Why am I not sweating in this car right now? Because this person was to hold my hand. Like, like that's and just recognizing that. Yeah.
And you've grown in that though. And that's why, sorry for cutting you, but I wanted to give you your flowers. You've grown in noticing when I don't touch you to come at me and say, yo, dog, what's going on? But because I'm Mr. I'm just chilled, life is nice, I seldomly notice when you haven't called for quality time.
I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and that's, I need to grow in that, because I'm again, I've been to cruise with the wind. We're doing this now. Okay, sharp dog. Oh, you wanna go hang out with your friends? Okay, sure, dog. But there's times when you like, yo, man, we need to hang out. Dope, let's hang out. And then we'll probably go a week, 2 weeks. You haven't said anything. I'm also like, okay. Right. But I need to grow in saying, hey, dog, like you haven't asked for quality time. What's going on? And that will also be a check on me to say, hey, like we haven't had quality time. What's going on? Right.
And if I'm not looking for it, something must be.
Something must be
there
wrong.
Must be. It usually means that there is a distance that's come between us.
Yeah.
And it's not like a deep, oh my God. It just means somewhere, in as much as we're living life in the house, your life has become your life. My life has become my. We're not fighting, but there's definitely.
We're just coordinating schedules so that our kid doesn't die.
Yes, doing the dues. Did you buy milk? Did you? Cool.
Yeah. And so I need to grow there. But I'm very aware that quality time is your love language.
Oh no, that's big for me, and it's actually with everyone.
It's massive
in my life. Like it's so like even like with Zaya, like it's big in as much as going to the shop with a 4-year-old is like honestly like it's mental suicide. What are you doing? I will go with her because she loves to look at the stuff in the window and at the end of it, because she's also now I'm like super expressive. She'll be like, I love you, mama. This was the best day ever. Do I do it so that she tells me she loves me? No. But I'm like, us enjoying something together is like so cool. Or painting together. Or it's why I'll go sleep over at my mom's house. Or, have like 10-hour hangouts with the girls. And so when we don't have that, it's like, shucks. This is it. It's almost like life then just becomes about the do's.
Yeah.
It's very practical. And for me, like I know there are people who have stayed married 40, 50 years, but most of their marriage has just been like a practical arrangement.
Yeah.
And it's something that I don't want. Like I want to be happy to be with this person.
Yeah, hundreds.
Like, did he fill the tank? Awesome. Did I cook supper? Did you wash the dishes? You bought the kid? Yeah, like we have a rhythm. It's cool, but where's the enjoyment? Where's the fun? Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Zaya said she loves me the other day. I was bathing her. It's obviously cold, so bath her with the
shower head,
portable shower head.
Portable, okay.
Mobile shower head. I mean, there's one that's fixed. You're not gonna take that one out, but there's one anyway.
That one
by the bath, So, anyway, so because it's cold, so I'm putting soap on her, whatever. So the shower head is obviously not on her. Put in the thing, shower, wash her face, so she's closed her eyes, and then now I have to rinse her face so that she can open her eyes. And obviously that's a thing for her. We have to do it quick because she doesn't want to open her eyes. We do the thing, and then I'm like, you can open your eyes now, and I give her the shower head to hold, As soon as the water touched her body, I love you, Babo.
Oh, shit. The warmth, bruh. Like, she just felt safe and warm.
I'm like, that's what your mother's touch does to me.
Wow.
Warm. As soon as her hands just, I'm like, I love you, mama. Anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's dope, man. I think I've again, because I find confidence from my base, which is family, when we're loving you. So me and Zaya are loving you by spending time together. That's my springboard. You know, so when I leave from, it's not, quality time is obviously not but in us spending quality time, obviously we are on the couch, especially now that it's winter and you're touching me. Anyway, but when I feel like my fam is good,
Yeah.
it's my springboard, man. After that, I'm like, yo, man. You know, when I walk, people say I bounce.
You do bounce.
I bounce.
It's one of the first things I
hard.
noticed about you. I'm like, this guy has like a hop, a bounce.
I have an extra bounce,
Yes.
son. Yeah, so which is dope, and I think it's just out of our control, but dope how it worked out. That as we loving you, that's also filling our cups.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because so like you go out and maybe it's like, you know, you feel. For me, it's like everything in life right now, especially right now, there's so many things that are hanging, right? And there's so many possibilities and almost, and we're about to, and so there's a lot of, there's a lot of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And having that, like I remember last week, so Sundays are like our busiest day. Well, for you, it's your busiest day, right? That's just where life has had it now. And it was just like, I was that week feeling like, man, I just want to hang out like with my husband and my child. Like I just want to be with both these people. And I had assumed, as per usual, Sunday would be a packed day. I'll see you in the morning and I'll see you at like 9 in the evening. And you came home early and you took us out. And it's like, we just went to have pizza. And so I was playing. And I was so happy because in that moment, what it does for me is everything in life is so unstable. But here, like, I know what's happening here. And this is my most important place. And that then fuels me to be able to come home and plan my week. And like, it's wild that's then what that does. Where now it's almost like, even though everything is shaky, my core is steady. And if my core is good, right, then I can attack anything.
Yeah, 100.
You know, so it is yes, I want to be loved. And as a human being, you know, I think everyone wants to be loved, however it is. And the closest person to me is my husband and my child, right? So it's a pleasant feeling, yes, but it's almost like a need as well.
Yeah.
It's almost like a need so that I can function
100.
and be and feel okay. You know, and that's actually, it used to be such a scary concept for me when it came to marriage and a level of dependency. You know, where it's like for a long time I was holding back because it's like, that's weakness.
You got issues, dog.
I know, dude. It's
You got
like all the girls raised by single mothers. Like, let's gather in the comments. You know what I mean? Like, yo, single mothers, and then you had like trashy boyfriends, and now you're like, yo,
issues.
You just have this thing like, I need to hold on to, because if I can't handle, but it's like, no, but you've come together to do life together, and it's okay to need the next person.
And that's when, again, I feel like a hero, and not like I'm coming to your rescue, but like I feel strong, capable, ready to do life when you show like a soft side. You know, I mean, it's like perfect, you know, life. Me, I'm not attracted to you being hard, bro. When I talk of you as being a boss lady, it's not because I think you resembling a man and you going to be like, no, like you being a visionary has nothing to do with, I think, your gender or how you express the thing at that point. But it's just like you're very sure, you know, of what you're doing. You put your all in the thing. Like, that's attractive. But when you're hard, Like, I am fine. I know. I can't do that, bro. It's just, bro. It's just, it's not attractive. It's not, I just feel weird. But when you soft, I'm like, yo. It forces me to also just be like, and now in the example I'm going to use, which we spoke about earlier on, you were not aware of it, but even when we're walking and I'm protecting you at the mall, you know, I'm like, now if you just like, like, come on, B. I saw that, bro.
Oh, man.
But you let me, you know, it's like Zaya. She just lets me, so with Zaya, and I know she's a kid, so she's more distracted, she's seeing stuff. So I just say to her, hand, and she knows to pull out her hand, you know? So I'm like, at that moment, I feel like, yo, man, if I'm the bodyguard, I'm in charge, I'm scoping the perimeter, But if you now...
and that feels natural to you.
Yeah. But now you're going to be like, on some traffic quantum, I'm like, I get a woman fit, yo, hey.
It's so weird, sorry, because the whole being hard thing and soft thing, it's something we spoke about. Like you brought up a couple of times, and I wasn't even aware that there was a distinction, right? Yeah. I wasn't even aware that for the longest time I was being hard, right? Until it's the way I'm like, Black hasn't hung out with me. I feel sad. No, I mustn't feel sad. What? You know what I mean? But it's interesting because the longer we've been together, and you know, whatever, you self-reflection, and you know, you dig into why you are the way you are. Yeah. Where I'm like, a lot of the way I am was because of my upbringing. You know, so me saying, oh, the light bulb is out, I need to put the light bulb in. Because that's what I saw my mom do. Because that's what we did with my sister. We installed the TV.
And it's not that you can't.
No, and it's not that. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? Like, and this is when I had like an aha moment.
Come on, no.
When we first dated, I drove this really old car, and it was like super. Well, it was old, but it's one of those cars that all the taxi drivers wanted at the time. And so I'd get stopped all the time. And because it was old, it always had issues. So I was always at mechanics. I was always at, did I want to do it? No, I didn't. But I just did it. You know, you go to mechanics, you go to the garage, you need to sort this out. You learn bits and pieces of the car. And I'm not saying like cars are only meant to understand. No, sure. But in my context.
Sure.
And then when we bought the new car, now obviously it had less issues, and then automatically you just took over car stuff. And I remember going, and it was the wheel was flat. I didn't realize it was flat, obviously, because I'm absent-minded. But I got there and the guy's like, oh, your wheel's flat. What's that number? I don't know. And I was very happy to be like, yes, I don't know. I was like, my husband knows these things. And in that moment, I was like, I'm happy here. Yes. I'm happy not having to deal with the mechanics of this stuff, because I don't actually want to. I want to sit there and be like, have no idea. And they go, okay. And I'm like, empty little brain. But my point is, I'm thinking about other stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, it was just, and it was a small thing, but it was in that moment that I'm like, oh snap. Like there is certain things that as a woman, I don't want to deal with.
Bro,
as your wife, I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be involved in picking up the tables. I don't want to be involved.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not offended at all, but instead I'm empowered when you're like, hey dog, we need to take the table out. Okay, cool, dope, right? Obviously, I'm not saying you have to tell me to do stuff, no. But there's things, so like the tire thing, I'm not going to ask you, and I'm not expecting you to come to me and say the tire's flat. No, I'm going to go change the tire, done. I want to take the car to service, whatever, sure. But I'm like, we have a bra at the house, right? We don't want to see you by the bride, not because it's the man's thing to do. I'm like, no, bro, there's other things you can do, and there's other things that I'm like, you don't have to think about.
The braai is dirty. I don't want to braai. Your hands are black. You smell like smoke. I don't.
Bana.
I do. But the thing is, it took me a long time to realize.
And this is not to say if you're a chick who wants to do this or a man who wants to do whatever.
No, it's just for me specifically. Yes. That a lot of my was just because that's what I saw, and that's what my mom had to be. That's what I modeled, and that's what. But then it's that thing of now I'm like, And so anyway, I'm landing this to say like I didn't realize that was coming off as hard, and I'd be offended when you say it. But then later on I'd realize that, wait, but I actually don't want to do this. And it's fine. It's fine to not want to be everything. And it's fine to say, dude, I want to hang out. Like my cup is empty.
Yeah.
Please hang out with me. Like, and you go, oh flip, I didn't realize. Yeah, let's go. Like, you know, like it's fine to be vulnerable, as the word says, and it's fine to ask or show how. So it's fine to ask for how you want to be loved, because ultimately, right, like you are showing that you love me, love our family, and husbands out there doing so many things that probably go completely unnoticed, right? Like completely you're not paying attention. I'm not seeing the battles that you're facing every day at work or whatever it is, or, you know, when you've gone to bed at 4 a.m. and you're waking up and you're doing the stuff, right? There's stuff that I'm just not going to see. There's stuff that you are not going to see, and how I'll do stuff and you might not notice. And but then there's ways where there's an intention, and it's like, if it's like just this 1 or 2 ways, like I don't think it's a tall ask,
bro.
So I will sweat.
I don't have to figure out what drugs we have in the house, medication we have in the house, right? But you, the drug dealer in this house,
drug lord, babes.
I'm like, Proven.
Okay, that's like Panado, bruh.
Either way, pega. It's like Panado, bruh.
I'm just saying.
Mina ngazi grandpa.
Diphenhydramine.
Yabo?
Doxylamine.
My leg is sore. Pussy cramp. I have a headache. Pussy cramp. My eye is sore. Pussy cramp. My tooth is sore. Pussy cramp. Good though. But now I remember this one time Zaya was sick. It was just the two of us.
Yeah.
I think you were at your mom's house. I was like, my girl, if I was a single dad, you dead. Vandaag, you out. Right? Thank God that we have your mother. I can call her now and ask her. And I'm like, when you know it's, you know, profanated quadruple, just tell me the color of the medication. What's the color of the box? Let me go into where we keep the medication. Is this thing orange? Okay, there's 2 orange things. This one has a green lid. The other one is, which one is it? Why? No, look at because I'm like, all these Latin names or Greek names, I'm just keep on dog. But I don't have to think about that. That's you. You kill it. Right? Easy. And I'm like, that's your thing. I feel very secure and safe. And I know our family's not going to die from a cold because we got a drug dealer in the house.
Listen.
Easy just.
I'm the person who reads the ingredient list.
Hundreds.
And I'm like, oh, that does that.
Can I use my energy for other things that are going to keep this family alive?
Yes,
I don't have to think about drugs, right? And vice versa. So I'm like, but when you are soft and you say, hey, Mpan, please, that thing warms me up. Huh? Makes me feel like an indota.
Please wash the dishes every single night. Was that heartwarming?
Yeah, it is.
Are you lying?
Guys, please buy us a dishwasher.
You're lying.
I hate dishes, bro.
Can I tell you, like, when
I hate dishes.
No, but you like dishes more than cooking. I hate cooking. Actually, I don't know. But my point is,
I like cooking more than dishes.
Yes, you do. But you cook impractically.
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
that's
but
fine.
my point is, the point I was trying to make was, when I would cook and you didn't wash dishes, I'd be like, this man hates me.
I know.
He wants me to die.
I know.
Because how dare you?
You would think.
Now you want to go and cuddle me while there's dishes in the sink? Are you mad? Are you insane? Then I like gather them in.
Yeah. As I'm laying there, all I'm hearing is
yeah.
I'm like, yes, poor dishes.
You want to hold my hand and protect me? Can you wash these dishes?
Dishes. I hate you, but not like how much this chick hates you. I know she's trying to make a point to me. I don't feel the pain. Because I took some Profen.
I just want to know, like we're going to close on this.
Yeah, word.
Is how would you want to be loved better?
How would I want to be loved better?
Maybe this week or like this.
Nah, I gave you the request and maybe we're just sharing it now. But I said to you, I don't think, I'm a sinner. It's fine. But I'm not sitting here being married to you thinking, well, I'm going to, outrightly go out and do something so hurtful to you, right?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm not thinking that. And I'm praying and hoping that I don't find myself in tricky situations. But I said to you, like even when we fighting.
Oh, yes.
Just when we get into bed, Vanna, you can, hate me for not washing dishes that night. Please just like hold me, Vanna. It's hard.
It's a tall ask. But I actually will, because I understand what that does.
I'm I could be hella wrong, right? Which most of the time I am. So wrong. Where you feel like it's busted.
I'm going to take my child and go home.
Hey! The Jesus says we mustn't go to bed angry. No, I've always thought, what does that mean, dog? I get it. It took me 9 years to say, oh, the Jesus, it's me asking my wife to hold me. Sure. It's hard. But even if we pissed, just please, girl, when we get into that bed, just hold me.
10-year challenge. Let's go.
Just say, it's okay. You can hold me.
Okay. I'll try.
Yeah. And then we can wake up and continue fighting.
I don't know, hey? But I've been so angry at you once. I went to sleep in the tub. Not that I slept. I just laid
Wow.
there. When we lived in that teeny tiny place and there was no space.
Wow. I remember. Yes. I thought you did it. Yeah, I was like, what?
No.
Wow.
I think for me, just wash the dishes, bro.
Can I please? Please, if you like us.
Let me tell you why. Because I know it's sacrificial. I know you don't want to.
But I've asked for one thing as well.
We talked to you, already had your chance.
No, I'm saying it's in relation to dishes. It's not something else.
What?
And if I'm wrong, comrades, please let me know. If I wash dishes, Friday night, and we wake up Saturday morning.
Okay.
And we wake up
I know where this
Saturday
is
morning
going.
and there's no dishes. Girl, please, don't take out a spoon and use it and throw it in the sink. 2 minutes later, use a cup
Black,
and
that's
put
not
it in the
practical.
sink. It is practical. Black mothers out there, you know this to be true. If you grew up in the hood, you know this.
Yeah, because they were cooking and washing dishes. That's like me saying that I cooked on Friday. Please don't be hungry on Saturday.
I'm not saying don't be hungry. I am saying if you cooking, I expect that there'll be a very large amount of dishes because you've cooked. So I'll wash those dishes. But between 5 when we wake up in the morning till 6 in the evening when you cook, why are there 500 dishes?
You know what? I think we've lost track of this
Why
conversation.
are there 500
We've lost
dishes? We
track
haven't
of
lost
this
track.
conversation.
You are asking me how you want to be loved better. I told you I would love you better if I wash dishes.
You know what I think,
And
Black?
I'm saying love me better in the dishwashing department by not using 500 spoons before it's 6 o'clock.
You know what I think? I was trying to have like a fuzzy moment. I think this chat should be another sit down.
No, it's a chat now.
No, it's another one. Because then it's going to get deep. We're going to start talking laundry. We're going to start talking...
What about laundry? What about laundry?
No, let's
I'm
hide.
starting an ironing business. If you want me to iron your clothes, please.
Like, you take like an hour to iron a shirt though.
Don't you want to clean?
But like, you take
Don't you want
so
to? Don't you want to
long.
walk into the
I
office
have
and people
gone
are
to
like,
shower.
"Wow, your clothes are ironed."
I have gone to shower, dressed, did my full makeup, got Zaya ready as well, and you were still ironing that one shirt.
It's therapeutic.
Like this business will fail then.
It's not gonna fail.
Because you're just gonna be
You give me your
therapy.
clothes Friday morning when you go to work. By the time you come back from work at 4, your load is ironed,
Okay.
and you pay me.
Okay.
It's therapeutic. Your clothes are gonna look immaculate, right? Killer, clean, nice, and then We're
You
all
do
happy.
iron well, though. So
I love
I
ironing.
mean, but if someone's going to take an hour to do it, then
Can
it should
can
be
we just
done
do
well.
this? Can we find a way to iron dishes?
On that note, I
And
am
then
gonna end
our
this
marriage
episode.
would be amazing. If we could find a way to iron
I'm
dishes.
just saying, when you told me that when we fight, I was just hungry. I didn't come with other things.
Wow.
Now when I ask you to wash dishes, you're like, yeah, but if I wash dishes, then you. So let's just wrap it up.
Dishes
let's
are
just wrap it
demonic.
up. Wrap it up, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, please leave a comment below. I'm ending it. I've cut you off.
Dishes are demonic.
Cutting you off. If you're watching this on YouTube, please leave a comment onto
How to iron dishes.
as to
The dishes that
What-
need to be ironed
how you would want to be loved,
by the dishes
whether you're in a relationship or not.
with an iron.
What would be a reflection of love for you right now?
Inventing a ironing dishwasher.
Thank you so much for
Wow,
watching.
look at that.
Grace, roll to credits.
A
Cut to credits.
ironing
Fade
dishwasher.
out. This is the part where the screen does this.
That looks like an apparatus to iron dishes.
Can you spell apparatus?
I can't.
Exactly.
But it's here. But I can say it.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for listening.
Which man can spell? Put it
We'll
in the
catch
group.
you on the next
Most
one.
men can't spell.
Said I loved you.
All right, peace.
Bye.